Stu Cowan and Dave Stubbs at the Montreal Gazette here at the Bell Centre following the Canadiens' 3-2 loss to the Washington Capitals. Dave, I think the Canadiens got Carey Price tonight.
They absolutely did, Stu. They ran into a red-hot goaltender in Braden Holtby, and it shouldn't be a surprise. Holtby has not lost in his life to the Montreal Canadiens. He's 7-0-2, so he has not lost in regulation, that is. So Holtby couldn't even figure out afterwards. He said, look, these things happen. He said they love coming to this building. They love the energy. They love everything about playing in Montreal. The Capitals seemed to play well here. They did not play well here tonight. The Canadiens clearly with a better team, but Holtby was the guy who pulled their butts out of the fire.
Yeah, the Canadiens outshot them 35-19, limiting the Capitals to 19 shots. Coming into the game, the Capitals are ranked third in the league for shots on goal, averaging 31 a game. Max Pacioretty in the room afterwards said it was one of our best games of the year. We just ran into a hot goalie. There wasn't much you can do, but he also talked about how he almost lost his life on a slap shot by PK Subban that whizzed right by his head. He said he actually felt it. But again, I mean, I don't know if you can blame Mike Condon for this loss. He was maybe a little weak on the first goal, but they just basically they dominated and they didn't win.
Exactly right, yeah. And you know what? The Canadiens had 73 shots at the net, counting the shots on goal, the shots that were blocked, and the shots that missed the target. They took 73 in the direction of Holtby. So, yeah, they played a terrific game tonight. I mean, you can't fault the Canadiens for what they were doing. But, I mean, Holtby just had a ton of great saves. I mean, he had 9 on Pacioretty himself.
That's right, 9 shots on goal.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Pacioretty probably is going to suffer from windburn from that shot going by his
right.
face.
He said his life literally flashed before his eyes. One of the guys, Paul Byron, who was a pickup off waivers from Calgary, he had almost 18 minutes of ice time tonight. Almost scored on the shorthanded, and then he did set up the shorthanded goal by Brian Flynn. That's the 6th shorthanded goal of the season for the Canadiens, the most on the team. This is another guy that Marc Bergevin found.
That might have been his best shift as a Montreal Canadian. You know what? I kind of joked tonight on Twitter. I said if this guy was in the movies, he'd be the Rocketeer, and sort of tweeted the picture of the Rocketeer with a jetpack on his back, because Byron's speed is just frightening. When you watch him go at full speed, it takes him
2 strides and he's gone.
And he's gone. And I mean, literally gone. He checks out on everybody. So, yeah, what a great pickup he is. And I mean, you keep watching Fleischmann now. You take him totally for granted. He's the guy who came in on the tryout and stuck with the team. So Bergevin keeps pulling these guys out of his, the rabbit out of the hat. Right?
Yeah, and their little guys play big. I mean, Andrighetto throws his weight around. Thomas tonight threw his weight around a bit. PK Subban, 26 minutes and 44 seconds of ice time after he almost played 30 minutes the game before. Michel Therrien said here in the press room afterwards that he really likes the way PK is playing. He's making smart decisions with the puck.
Yeah, Subban, I was joking with him the other night saying, are you paid mileage when you go on some of these rushes? Because I said at one
like
point,
Pac-Man.
Yeah, at one point I said, look, I mean, I think the Canadiens busted their salary cap just if they had to pay Subban mileage for some of the rushes that he does. So, yeah, I mean, Subban said, though, 2 nights ago that, look, the thing with him now is that he's trying to be involved, but he doesn't always want to kind of take the puck and lead the rush. He wants to be more of a support. And so he's not going to get himself maybe caught up ice as much, so he's a little more responsible defensively, I think. But, yeah, I mean, he's been playing the monster minutes, and those are the minutes that you need a guy like PK to play.
And he had that beautiful between-the-legs pass. He's still, I don't think there's been a player on the Canadiens who's brought fans out of their seat. I was going to say it before, at the Bell Centre, that since Guy Lafleur, the way he does. Alex Galchenyuk, still growing into that center role, but he was 9 out of 12 on the face-off circle tonight, and for the season, he's 53%. And it's interesting, when Therrien mixed and matches his lines, moved around, he still kept Galchenyuk at center with Eller on the wing, and Eller played a great game.
Eller played terrific tonight, too, yeah. Very nice goal. I mean, that was a big goal, and they were laughing. I don't even know what they decided to go to the war room about. Maybe it had something to do with the whistle having blown or something while the puck was on its way into the net.
Sort of in tight, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, but I mean, no, you could see the look on Eller's face. He was thrilled, and Galchenyuk, you literally see him maturing game after game after game. I mean, here's a kid who, my God, he's what, 21? And you look at how he's maturing into this role and how he's accepting what the Canadiens want him to do. I think it really helped him this year, Stu, coming to camp, knowing what they expected of him. It wasn't going to be, we'll play on the wing, we'll play at center, we'll move you here, we'll move you there. For the most part, I mean, with very rare exceptions, he's been playing center, and he's growing into that role.
Yeah. And it's interesting, the Canadiens lost tonight, and we're still talking about a lot of good things they did. I think Michel Therrien might have summed it up best. He said the hockey gods weren't on our side tonight. Yeah. It was just one of those nights. So the Canes are back in action Saturday night, a rare road game on a Saturday. They're in Carolina to play the Hurricanes.